Alright guys, back again with another video, and today I got myself a Mega EverDrive in the mail. Pretty excited about this. Big fan of the original EverDrive, and picked that up, and picking this one up I'm pretty psyched because it's going to have a couple of fancy features in it. One of which is that it can be used as a backup RAM card for Sega CD games. So, you know, before there's just a limited amount of space on the old Sega CD memory, and you know, if you want to play Lunar 1, 2, Popful Mail, Snatcher, stuff like that, Shining Force CD, you're gonna lose a lot of saves, and all those games take a lot of time, and that would just suck. So I'm really excited about that. Another thing it does is you can put Master System games on, like this poor Lost Soldier here. But yeah, two different ways you can get this. You can get it in just board only, or you can get like the Ultimate Edition, and this has gone up quite a bit in price. The EverDrive, I believe you can get board only for about $75. This is twice that amount. And the Ultimate Edition, they give you a cartridge case and they give you a sticker and all that stuff, is I think $200. So yeah, phooey on that. I'm not doing that. Besides, why would you want to do that when you can choose which cartridge to make super duperfied? Am I right? So for that, I think the last EverDrive I had, which I gave away, I put it in Barbie, and yeah, so Barbie was constantly in my Sega Genesis, but this time I'm gonna go with Super Hang-On. It's pretty rad looking cart. I think it matches the music we're playing in the background right now, which is Miami Nights '89 with their album Turbulence. Something that my buddy Nero77, if you watch his videos, man, his videos are so cool. I love that guy's channel. Definitely check him out. So yeah, so we're gonna put the Master EverDrive in this here Super Hang-On. So I'll show you how we're gonna try and do this. It's got two screws in the back, and I've got a special little Genesis screwdriver. I can pick these up on Amazon, eBay, whatever, for about $1, maybe $2 shipped, I'm thinking. So that's just one little screw there. And the second screw here. And I am going to do this one-handed. I swear this will turn out okay. So we'll just open this up. You see a little board inside. So we get made in Japan. Okay. Just gonna put that aside. I won't do anything unnatural to that little Super Hang-On, I promise. Okay, so one cool thing about this new Mega EverDrive is the last EverDrive you used to put an SD card in right here, and you used to have to cut a little slit at the very top of your cartridge, so you would destroy the shell, you know, in some capacity, depending on how anal you are about it. So this one allows you to do the micro SD up front, and you won't have to do that supposedly. And it also has a mini USB jack right there, and I believe that is the Master System pause button. So we're gonna go ahead and forget about the Master System for this video, because I'm not cutting a little slit, hopefully, for that. So actually, won't work without games. So one thing that I've done is I have this thing here, which is a retro USB device, and you plug Genesis or Super Nintendo games in here, and it takes the ROM cartridge, just copies it right off the cartridge itself, so you don't have to go to Russian mail order bride sites to download, you know, video games or whatever. And one thing that's really cool about having this set up is you can do kind of a catch and release type of thing, where if your buddy has I don't know, Sonic 3 and you don't have Sonic 3, you can just borrow it, bring this thing in your laptop and you got it. If he has Chrono Trigger, you know, like I don't have Chrono Trigger, like $80 a cartridge, I'm not paying it, just borrow it, catch and release. Anyways, it's kind of fun. Alright, so here you can see this is an SD card, but within it, man, this is gonna be hard. Within it is a freaking micro SD. These things are tiny, and if I do this right, I'll be the man. Had to use my mouth a little bit. Okay. So that is about the size of a fingernail, and that's gonna go in here, hopefully. Bang. You hear it click a little bit? Okay. So I think right now it's good to just go plop right in. So it just says front side here, and that's kind of front side. One thing I don't know if anybody recognizes this symbol. One thing that the maker of these Cricks does is he adds a little symbol. One was like an infinity up symbol and a mushroom on the Super EverDrive. Is kind of cool. So I don't quite recognize that. Anyways. Let's install that. Ah, bugger. Okay. I am gonna have to cut this. That's too bad. I suppose I could use maybe one of these. Let's give this a shot. Alright, I'm gonna stop it here, and if I get this to work, I'll come right back, okay? Okay guys, so after a minor setback, we're back in it. Decided to go with my Streets of Rage 1 copy, and it's just a beat up game I have, but I picked this game because you notice gonna have to drill a small hole right there, and it was gonna be right in the middle of the Super Hang-On title, and you know, it was just a little too pretty for it. It rode off. So, Streets of Rage was up for it though. It was like, I'm Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage. So, yeah, he was fine. So, basically, this label is really nice because I got it perfect. You can see a little grid pattern of the kind of old generation Genesis labels. Yeah, so basically you're looking for kind of, you can just count out the little squares and hit it exactly. I'll show you. I used, whoa, just your average little rotary tool here, small little bit, just drilled it through first time, no issues. Another thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to shave a little bit to the right of that where the mini USB plug goes. So a little pain, but it's okay because we did a good job. And another thing I did really quick, you're gonna have, basically when you drill that, you're gonna have a little bit of the label kind of frayed up and it's going to be showing white. So that's easily remedied with a nice black Sharpie. So just went around that. Nobody can tell. And let's finally put this together and get it all set. Put the screws in. Alright, I will put this together and put it back on the Genesis. 1 second. Alright, we got it installed in the Genesis right now. We'll go over to here, take a look. So yeah, so not too noticeable, that little, I think that's a Master System pause button. But yeah, that's my Genesis right there. It's a one of the Model 1's high def graphic models, and this is actually the first run. So when it starts up, if you're to play a normal game, normally, you know, most Genesis, you know, you see that trademark of Sega of America. I don't know what it's like in Europe or whatever, but this one doesn't have any of that. It just boots straight into the game, and I guess that makes it easier to play pirated games. But as you can see, we're also, for note, on the Mega Drive setting on the stereo, and we've got that plugged in there, so we've got stereo sound. Whoops. Alright, so one thing when you get this is you have to make a Mega folder. You see, previous to this, these are just Genesis games, the ROMs categorized into folders alphabetically, just to keep it tidy. If you didn't have that, this whole thing would be a mess. And I've also got, you know, a few Master System games on there, but that's kind of, you know, the easy part. That's your ROM collection. But this folder here, Mega, is important because when you first get it, you have to go to crix.com, download the firmware for the Mega EverDrive. And it's not firmware, it's actually the operating system. So, and this EverDrive is looking for a folder named MEGA, and you have to put the operating system that you download from the Crix website in that folder. And once you do that, you know, the EverDrive is cool. It just, you know, it's just looking for that Mega folder, and after that it'll work. So okay, so let's just look at a few of my games. Let's see, my Alien Soldier ROMs that I try and get to work. I'm not going to confirm or deny whether or not I have that game. Let's try Ghouls and Ghosts here. And this is kind of new. This brings up some kind of menu, and I gotta look at the manual a little bit, but I know Select and Start will run it. And one thing that's different about this, as opposed to the last one, is it starts up super fast, and that's really cool, because the last EverDrive, you know, you'd wait, you know, 15 to 20 seconds, I want to say. So this thing is pretty quick. So I'm too used to new consoles. I gotta get up and turn it off. So if you just hit reset, it comes back and it's a little quicker. If I was to hit on and off, I'll show you what it does. It goes through these like color checks or something, I don't know. But anyways, so we'll go and we'll switch the ROM up to maybe Samurai Showdown. So not too bad, pretty quick all told. I think this will do, like I said, the Sega CD RAM cart feature. Haven't quite tested that out, but yeah, this is a sweet little toy for sure, because you know, I don't know about you guys, but my game room has very little space for all the Genesis games I have. So, you know, I honestly keep them stored up, and this thing, you know, just allows me to have them all on one cartridge. So, I highly recommend it. It's really useful. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. I know it was completely unprofessional and scatterbrained and all that jazz, but what can you do sometimes? So anyways, without any more silliness, that was the Mega EverDrive. If you guys have any questions or whatever, let me know. Alright guys, see you next time. Alright, so one last thing. I accessed the basically the memory on board the Sega Genesis. So this is within the Sega CD's BIOS, if you will. You can see here built-in memory, saved items for free memory 50. Okay, so that's how much memory comes stock on the Sega CD, which really doesn't last long. It's good enough for like maybe 1 or 2 games. And then I just had to format the RAM cartridge, which isn't a RAM cartridge. It is my Mega EverDrive. You can see here saved items, I've got 0 so far, but free memory is a whopping 8,189 whatever blocks, bits, because that's like 3 gigs. So anyways, yeah, it certainly does do that. A lot of great features on the new Mega EverDrive. Save states, RAM card. These RAM cards, if you're to buy an official one, you know, they're like $50, so they're not cheap. So it's a lot of great features with this new thing. It's lightning quick. Again, I think it's a good thing. I'm gonna give it thumbs up. Alright guys, talk to you later. Bye.